what I find out in Australia, there is massive passive aggressive racism and discrimination.
Yeah.
You know, it's so huge in every fabric of Australia society.
Yeah.
You know, someone smiling to you, it doesn't mean they have your back.
Yeah. True,
you know,
yeah.
and the
so
matter
what
of,
is real friendship?
and that's one thing shocked me, because back home in Africa, when someone smiles to you, you get that warm feeling.
Yeah,
you feel like you're welcome. You know,
Yeah.
I was naive when I came to Australia. People were smiling to me. I thought that smile like was a welcoming thing. But
Yeah.
as time goes on, I realized like, holy shit,
Yeah.
this type of smile, they are deadly.
Yeah.
You know, so it affected me mentally. Like I started distrusting people, because when people smile to me at the beginning, I let my guard down. You know,
Yeah.
I become open.
Yeah.
And I share things with them.
Yeah.
And guess what happened? They use the information to get back at you.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
Manipulate them.
Yeah. So that's really affect my mental health, you know, and it gets me to a point where I don't trust anyone. I don't trust people, even at work. I don't trust them, you know.
Yeah.
When they ask me stuff, I just make story up and tell them.
I think in terms of many of us, when we get these sort of reactions and trust issues,
Yeah.
we should find out a way, what mechanism should I use in terms of as a guideline, that this is level 1. Okay, I'm gonna give him maybe, you know how onions have several peels and all that stuff?
Yeah.
So you peel the first layer, you try to discover if he's reacting to it differently or not, that, and then you peel the second layer and you start seeing more out of him and all that.
Yeah.
So it's all about the mutual understanding, which
Yeah.
we don't know when we come in,
Yeah.
because we feel like we have all these prerequisites from our home. I remember one thing I fascinatingly say, and I think many of us who went to learn English in Islamic type country,
Yeah.
whenever we used to write down an essay or something, we used to write in the name of Allah, you know, which is our, in the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful.
Yeah.
And the first day of school here, they said, okay, write down a topic about something, it was in English class.
Yeah.
And we wrote down in the name of Allah.
That's
And the teacher went in. The next day she came up. She's like, come here, Saeed. I'm like, yeah, what happened? It's like, you have a beautiful topic, but I don't know the introduction. Why do you write?
Yeah.
I was like, that's how we are taught.
Yeah.
That's how we learn English.
Exactly.
It said, whatever you're taught,
Throw that one away.
throw it, scrap it off.
Yeah.
And rewire your brain to relearn
Those things.
different things in here.
Yeah.
Because if you go with that formula,
Yeah.
you're gonna have a lot of hurdles here.
Exactly.
And I think in culturally the same thing. Whatever we are taught, we go in, greet people, we open up, we do all this stuff that you said, and we build up our relationship thinking that this is the same thing scenario back home.
Yeah.
But unfortunately it retaliates, it backfires sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's why I think we have to rewire our whole thing, scratch it off.
Yeah.
Unless you know that person, we have 3 rules in ourselves in saying establishing a friendship with someone. First rule is always try to know as much as you can about that person before committing a relationship
with them.
and saying, okay, he's my friend.
Yeah.
Because the friendship comes with responsibility.
Of course.
And the second rule is once you commit, be loyal to that.
Be loyal to that.
Yeah.
Be loyal to your word.
And this third one is obviously trying to make sure that we establish high standards of, respect for that.
Yes.
So respect and loyalty is 2 different things, but again, it's the gray line, you know?
It correlates with each other.
Yeah. So loyalty is seem to, you blindly, accept it. But respect from my point of view is different. Respect is, even though he's different, his vibe is a little bit different. It's not tuning in with you, but you respect that because he's respecting your boundaries, you're respecting his boundaries.
Yeah.
And it's all about setting the right boundaries with each other.
Yes.
Once you set up the right boundaries, you know where you are.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, we all have to learn one way or the, the easy way or the hard way.